Didn't you always want to go to camp when you were a kid? Didn't you always want to meet people that had similar interests, that wanted to do things that were fun and interesting? And didn't you always want to find ways to build your character? I mean, going to camp is a way that you meet people you know, meet people that you like, find some friends that maybe will last a lifetime. And then you do stuff that's going to help you figure out who you are. Community. Community is the biggest thing that I want them to walk away with. I mean, this camp is based in social justice, and so of course that's an underlying piece of it for sure. But just the fact that geography doesn't have to be the thing that stops us from building communities and taking care of each other. In a perfect world, I can open 5 camps and put it in rural communities around Ontario. They're always going to be connected to universities because that's the way that we can also really promote leadership skill building. You know, attach it to an institution that has a reputation for doing those types of things in the classroom and outside the classroom. But Ontario's always going to be rural camps. I think that oftentimes youth think that they have to shift who they are and move to places where they're all of a sudden alone and more isolated, and they've left their friends behind, they've left their communities behind, they've left whatever spiritual beliefs they have behind. If I can do it in a rural place, then I'm hopefully going to help them reattach themselves to their homes, and then they become activists and change those places as well. So when they arrive at camp, we start to talk about Showcase, and they have different meetings with their pods in preparing what are they going to do at Showcase. The Showcase is a gathering of the whole camp, both on the stage and off the stage. The most talented campers, I mean, have an LGBTQ community, and you're going to have mind-blowing stuff that comes out, and have really untalented campers, and the applause is as loud for everybody. It's really about, you know, we have gelled as a community over 4 days, and here's a chance where you have been told a lot of your life to keep your words to yourself. You have been told to be silent and invisible, and this is about the flip of that. No, we want you to be very visible. And so campers come out and do all kinds of things that we know about or don't know about. There'll be tons of surprises, tons of laughter, lots of applause, and it just gels us even further as a community. One of the physical objects that's in every camp are happy boxes. Campers arrive and it's the first thing that they tackle together. So an arts and craft in an arts-based camp, they make boxes. We take, you know, Chinese food takeout boxes and turn them into elaborate objects. Everybody's names go on them, and then, you know, you have an intimate moment with someone, you have a great conversation, someone helps you think something through, someone does something really funny, or you like somebody's shoes and you leave a note in their happy box. And then campers take those happy boxes home, and they become something that they will go back to again and again. When camp is over, the world's a little bit more tougher, they're back in their home, and those are just physical reminders of how much they stretched, how much they gained, how much they did. And they remind them to be brave and fearless and be themselves. Another thing that we do are letters home to ourselves. So everyone will sit down and write a letter home to themselves. A letter that tells them what they did, a letter that tells them what their hopes are for the next half a year. A letter that's a letter of encouragement to be strong, resilient, smart, happy, cool, goofy, fun people. And then they address the envelope and we mail them to them 4 or 5 months later. As a reminder, camp is over, but camp is not over. And that really attaches to the things that, you know, we have a closed Facebook group where one camper will type in, "This is going on in my school and I don't know what to do about it." And another camper in a totally different community will say, "Well, this is what we did." And 20 other campers will pipe in and say, "Don't forget we love you." Geography falls away, it becomes a community. And it's not a community of the adults from camp, because it's the campers that have that community. We're not in it. They become peers that take care of each other, and that's what community building is, like at its most base level. And we went for a swim. One of the things that we do oftentimes in association with camp, and because we had access to Trent's athletics facilities we could do this really easily, we have a swim. And we have a swim where the youth get together, they wear whatever it is that they're going to feel most comfortable in relation to their gender, in relation to how they feel about their body. And the whole camp goes for a swim. The noise level was out of this world. It was just crazy loud, super beautiful. And the cheering as people went to the diving board and jumped in, went to the rope and swang in, just walked their way into the pool, swam about. And the number of youth that for the first time felt fully comfortable in their bodies. 18 people came up to me after that swim and said, "This is the happiest I've ever been in my life."